Hey there, RJ Steiner here. I'm going to demo the Data Manager rebases proposed changes in issue user story. So this covers the scenario where in an issue you may have some proposed changes that haven't been merged yet. You're sort of working through it. There may be either another issue out there on this regarding the same form in case, or there may be maybe someone on the tablet actually changes something on the data since a proposal change was made. So in that case, you don't want to overwrite with your proposed change. You don't want to overwrite those other changes that have been made since your first proposal. You'd have data loss, and so the system detects if, let's say, on Monday you propose a change, and then on Tuesday someone else or something else changes the actual data in the database that your proposed change was proposing to change. Then on Wednesday, when you go and look at your proposed change, you'll see that the issue has detected, hey, it changed since you proposed. We're going to have to do something about that. And that's a process called rebasing. So I'm going to cover that in this video. All right, so let's open up a case. And I've been testing with this registration form for a participant. So let's say we were reviewing data and we identified this as an issue. We would create a new issue, and let's call it looks like there is some corrupt in the first name on this form response. And we're going to propose a change. That looks better, right? And go ahead and click next and submit the form in order to submit our proposal. So we're proposing change from Lisa Test to Lisa. And so let's say, yeah, today's Monday, and we make this proposal, and we don't merge it. We just let the proposal stay. And someone else comes along, and let's say they go to data and they go to cases and they're looking at the same thing. Oh, wrong form. Go back, and this one. And they're like, oh, yeah. I see an issue with first name on this form. And they go ahead and propose a change. They just remove test. And actually, this would this will cause a flag whether or not it's the same value or not here. So, but I'm just going to leave for demonstration purposes this to be a slightly different value. What we're proposing, I'm going to submit and merge. Okay. So let's say again, this is Tuesday, and I'm someone else, and I've proposed this, and I'm just like, and merge it. Cool. All right. So now let's say it's Wednesday, and we're going back to be this person that filed that issue on Monday, not knowing that there was an issue on the same form filed on Tuesday and closed. So we're going to go in to our issues. And here's my issue that I filed on Monday. And I get this notice here. You cannot merge the proposed changes because the form response has been updated since the issue was created. Propose a new change based on the current version of the form response. We can still see what it was we were proposing. However, because of the complexity of the data, it's dangerous to just merge this. This is a very simple example. One could imagine an algorithm to actually automatically merge this and fix the discrepancy between them. But there's so many different ways in which data can be merged. We actually need a human to go in and do it themselves. So our process of rebasing is actually a process of taking what's out of the database that we have right now and then proposing changes on top of that, as opposed to trying to fix the discrepancies between these different revisions and different committed things. So it's kind of just like start over, start fresh. We still have the history of what we changed that we can reference, but we're going to start fresh and propose the changes again. So I'm going to click on Rebase Issue on Current Response. And so now now this issue has, we've recognized that it needs to be, we need to re-propose. We can see that it's been rebased, so we know we need to re-propose our revision. So looking back at what we had done, okay, so we had changed the first name to Lisa. Keep that in mind when we click Propose. And we see, okay, so since that was changed, since we made our first proposal, Lisa test is now Lisa with 2 A's. That's still wrong. So as a human, we're able to recognize, you know what? That is not correct. We need to actually remove an A. And so now we're proposing that Lisa with 2 A's changes to Lisa with 1 A. And today we're going to merge. Click Merge. And if we review the actual form in the database, check out the info, we now have Lisa with 1 A. Again, this is a process where you may have multiple people working, making changes to records in the database. You may even have tablets that update things in the database between times when you propose something or an issue is created and when it's actually resolved and merged and closed. So this is a feature in issues that prevents data loss by assuming that you can just overwrite data when it's actually changed. It detects that changes in data and allows us to have a manual process of fixing that, of actually updating our changes. In this example, we're just covering one field, the first name. And in other situations, it may be a complicated example. It may be a complicated set of changes that happened, like on Tuesday, for example, that may change our opinion on what our proposed change should be on Wednesday. So these are all things to keep in mind. Anyways, I hope you find this helpful, and we'll wrap this up here. Thanks for watching. Bye now.